Hi everyone and welcome to Chester F.A. Walt Memorial Gymnasium, where tonight the Mountain View girls varsity basketball team will take on Milpitas. I'm Ari K. Alongside me, Andrew Fury, as we get set for the opening tip. And Mountain View is going to control it. And an early turnover out of bounds, Milpitas basketball.
A little bit shaky start here for Mountain View. It's going to be key to see who wins the turnover battle, because lots of times in these games with two pretty evenly matched teams, it's that factor along with free throw shooting that decides the outcome of this one.
No question, as Mountain View comes into this contest 8-5 overall, while Milpitas comes in at 6-6. Here comes Milpitas as Bumagat takes it in and will draw the foul going to the rack.
Yeah, she just wasn't cut off, and but poor defense that time for Mountain View. You'll see Bumagat comes down the left wing, and then right as she beats the first girl down the lane, the help was late, and that's what drew the contact and the foul.
So the first free throw from Bumagat rattles home. Second attempt will rattle out this time. Nice rebound from Elise Fitzsimons for the Spartans. Now here comes Hughes, top of the keys, going to swing it out. Nishimoto looking inside for Fitzsimons.
Look for them to pound it inside early.
Here's Fitzsimons, who has a nice height advantage, but that one's a little off to the right, and the rebound goes down to Shari Thompson. So here comes Bumagat, passing it inside, a little high for Nguyen, who was able to handle it. So Bumagat will reset the offense, setting things up for the Milpitas Spartans.
Oh, they've got to get it into her low. Gay had great position, but Bumagat never found her. That was a huge opportunity missed.
And now a turnover, and the Trojans recover the basketball as Bumagat takes it into the front court. Here comes Bumagat. Back to her sister. There's Gay inside, puts it up and out. Gay, though, gets her own rebound, but turns it over. Kind of a sloppy start for both teams here. As now a wide open Nishimoto is going to lay that one up and in from the left side.
And very bad transition defense that time for the Trojans. No one rotated to Nishimoto back team. Someone's got to be responsible for guarding the rim, and that did not happen that time.
Jamie Hughes almost causing a turnover in the backcourt for Mountain View, but Milpitas able to stabilize their offense. Swings it around the ring. Now there's a nice drive and finish. That was Jenny Nguyen taking it hard to the basket, and we're going to have an early timeout here.
I think that this is a good timeout for Mountain View and Judith Auclair, because the two times now Milpitas has driven right to the hoop and without very little resistance. One time it resulted in a foul for a made free throw. That time just no one rotated over to protect the rim, and that resulted in an easy layup.
Here at KMVT Sports, we would like to thank our all sports presenting sponsor, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Make sure you choose your PAMP doctor today. So here in the early goings, we've seen Gay get some good position down low for Milpitas. She looks to have a noticeable size advantage. You think that's something that maybe Milpitas should exploit as this game goes on? Yeah,
definitely. There are a couple times where she had really good position down low in the paint that where Milpitas should have thrown it into her, and then the one time they did, she didn't have very good position. So a couple of the reads not quite clicking yet for the Trojans.
Here comes Kaufman. Onto the elbow, her jump shot's a little bit long. Fight for the rebound, controlled by Mountain View. Put up and out. Close one there from Bice, and Gay is going to control the rebound. Now into the front court. Here comes Nguyen. Going to take a three. Quick trigger there, no good. And Fitzsimons corrals the rebound.
Fitzsimons just eats up the board down low. She's a great rebounder.
Now here's a drive baseline. Leaves it for Hughes, and that one's going to rattle all the way out. But Fitzsimons right there. Put it back up and in.
Good rebound and the second chance for Fitzsimons, and that's something that Milpitas is going to have to do, box out.
And then bad transition defense from Mountain View as an easy layup from Shari Thompson is going to give Milpitas the lead. 5-4 here in the early goings. Now another good look inside, laid up and in by Emma Bice for the Spartans.
Yeah, back and forth we go. Neither team providing much resistance at the cup, and they're going to have to provide a lot more resistance to whichever team wins this.
So here comes Jelena Bumakat, passing to her sister, Janelle Bumakat. Looking inside for Gay. Not quite there, so she tried a cross-court pass that just a little high and out of the reach.
I'm not sure who that was intended for. It looked like she thought that Wynn should have drifted more to the corner, but also looked initially like she was trying to throw it into Gay, but she was double covered, so poor read that time by Bumakat.
Early substitution for Mountain View as Michaela Sinclair comes into the game for Fitzsimons. Here's Kaufman looking inside. Hughes posting up down low, just a bit too long. Gets her own rebound, up and out, but draws the foul.
Good cut by Hughes, and against a zone, you really got to cut and do penetration both by dribble and by pass. That time it was by the pass, and Hughes wasn't able to convert on the layup, but she did a great job of drawing the foul and now makes the first free throw.
So Hughes getting onto the scoreboard yet again, making the first free throw. 7-5 now, Mountain View with the lead. Nails both free throws, so some good free throw shooting here in the early goings. 4:22 to go in the first quarter as Nguyen able to break the press. And now sets it back to Bumagat, who will reset the offense.
Man-to-man here for the Spartans, but they aren't doing a very good job of helping on the driver.
Yeah, Jelena Bumagat all the way to the rim. Not much resistance there on that baseline drive.
That's something that Mountain View is going to have to correct if they want to win this game.
Here comes Sinclair. It's going to take the jumper off to the right. Almost saved there by Nishimoto. And now a fast break. Gay in the open court. Nice strip by Mountain View. Get a little tussle inside. That was Emma Bice coming back as the three-pointer is good. Rattled home from Janelle Bumakat.
It almost looked like Gay that time wasn't ready for the pass, and so when she did catch it, she had to slow down and try really hard to make the layup, but that allowed the defense to catch up for the block. Fortunately for them, they got the three to go down.
Hughes around the rim, can't get either of those shots to go, but Sinclair right there to put it back up and in. A lot of good looks from both teams here. Not much defense around the goal.
And again, offensive rebounding becoming a big problem for Milpitas. They're going to have to correct that in a hurry, or else this game could get away from them.
So here comes Bumagat, top of the key. Looking for Gay. Here comes Bumagat. Back to her sister. Another long three for her. That one not quite there. And the rebound goes to Kaufman. Kaufman looking ahead. Now Kaufman looks to drive, passes it back. Three-pointer from Nishimoto. Nothing but net. 13-10 Mountain View.
Each team with only one threat from long range in this game. It's pretty much Nishimoto from distance for Mountain View and Jelena Bumagat for Milpitas. So it's going to see in that little one-on-one matchup who's going to win that.
Now Milpitas goes back to Gay, and they're going to call a jump ball. So some better defense that time from Mountain View, forcing the tie-up.
That looked like the right call. You'll see here that a great entry feed this time by Bumagat. That unlike the last one, this was a great entry feed, but a good job of not fouling by Sinclair and tying up Gay.
Now there's a deep two just off the mark for Nguyen, and Mountain View controls the rebound as Hughes takes it to the front court. Looks like she's got an open three in transition, just off the mark, but another offensive rebound for the Spartans.
I thought that was a bad shot there by Hughes. No passes in the offense and not a very good three-point shooter. Takes a three.
Fitzsimons back into the game. Couldn't quite handle that pass down low. As now a little jumper is up and good by Allison Lundberg.
A good turnaround jumper by Lundberg after it looked like that possession was going nowhere. So a little bit of a save that time.
Now Nguyen kind of frantically attacking the basket and gets bailed out with a foul call, as that will go on Elise Fitzsimons.
Well, here Lundberg spins, and against a zone, it's really key to get penetration like I mentioned before. And that time she was just able to get enough penetration to get the jumper to fall.
So Nguyen to the free throw line. First one is going to rattle out. some substitutions as Hughes checks out of the game. A lot of subs here in the early goings for Mountain View, and coming into the game is Haley Sawamura. So Nguyen, second shot on the way, and that one is good. So 15-11 now the score. Mountain View on top by 4.
Now they drop back into their 2-3 zone again. This is time it's more extended though, protecting against the 3. Not sure if they need to do that.
Fitzsimons, elbow jumper, not quite there, and ball out to the Trojans. So that time, Milpitas doesn't give up the offensive rebound. They'll retain possession, down 4. See if they can get Gay going maybe on this possession down low.
Mountain View also in a 2-3 zone now. Let's see how they
long 3 again, and that one is good by Jelena Bumagat.
Yeah, she's the one that can hit it from distance for Milpitas. Mountain View is going to have to be aware of that.
Now inside, that time no good by Lundberg, but rebound to Mountain View. There's a 3-pointer off the mark. Another offensive rebound, put back no. One more time. Gonna pass it out, and this time Gay is finally gonna corral that rebound after Bice had a couple good looks there near the basket.
He's gotta pick her up.
Oh, looked like she had a look there for a second. Pass it up. That one not quite on the mark, and Sinclair is gonna get the rebound there for Mountain View.
A good rebound that time by Sinclair, but a couple good looks there from the Trojans.
Milpitas is gonna corral that rebound after the Sawamura miss. Now Bumakat, cross court, Nguyen's gonna take the 3, not quite there. Some quick shots here from Milpitas, kind of falling into that 2-3 zone trap. So that'll end the first quarter. Close game here with Mountain View on top, 15-14.
Ever since we moved to the United States, Palo Alto Medical Foundation has been taking care of our health. We love our doctor. She is always ready to listen to us and is very professional and answers all our questions and is very reassuring. PAMF has been there not just for my own family, but for the whole community, whether they're seeing patients or providing doctors for our free medical clinic.
And we're back and you're ready to start the second quarter here at Chester F. Awalt Memorial Gymnasium.
Yeah, it was a pretty competitive score or game in that first quarter, but a lot of mistakes on both sides, pretty much defensively, and that's why it's been such a high-scoring game. I mean, for a women's varsity high school basketball game, we're on pace for about 60 points apiece. That is a lot of scoring.
Yeah, a lot of penetration down low, and that's opening up things on the perimeter near the end of the half. As Mountain View will start in their home whites. And silly turnover there as that one slipped right through the hands of Emma Bice.
Right now, Mountain View is giving up far too many possessions offensively. This is same thing happened at the start of the game with a pass going right through Spartan hands. And we categorize sometimes mistakes into errors and unforced errors. That was an unforced error.
No question about it. So here comes Thompson, swings out to Bumagat. Now looks inside to Karen Holcomb, who is into the game. Now a bad pass and a steal. Here comes Emma Bice in the open court, and she will not finish around the rim. A little too strong on that layup attempt.
It looked like she might have gotten fouled there, but it's also possible that the Trojan defender, which was Bumagat, went right by her without making any contact.
So Mountain View able to retain possession, though. As Kaufman is going to drill the 3, the lefty with a sweet stroke from the outside.
Yeah, rare 3 put in by Karen Kaufman, but that looked like a good stroke, and she was able to drain it.
So Bumagat into the front court. Finds her sister. It's going to set up the offense. Bumagat setting things up. And now here comes Holcomb, baseline drive, and she was fouled by Kaufman going to the rack.
Yeah, she was clearly hacked. A good foul by Kaufman, as it would have resulted in an easy 2 for Holcomb. But again, Kaufman, you'll see right here, is off the ball, number 23. She has to be in better position to guard the ball initially when Holcomb catches it. Needs to be square and ready to move either way. That time she was obviously flat-footed, and that's why she got beaten to the basket so easily.
Yeah, that baseline drive doing wonders for Milpitas here as Holcomb makes the first free throw. Here's her second attempt. That one did not catch anything, an air ball.
Not too often you see an air ball for a free throw shooter, but that just happened right there.
Sometimes the nerves of the game can get to a player. I'm sure she doesn't do that in practice very often. Hughes taking it into the front court for the Spartans. They go inside again, and looks like a jump ball. Yes, as Gay tied up Bice down in the low post. So that one's going the other way. Milpitas will now retain possession.
And Holcomb returns to the game, but I never saw her check out. If she missed the second free throw, but I guess it was an air ball, so the ball stopped anyway. That's what happened right there.
So Kim No now into the game, handles the ball, takes it up court. Milpitas doing a nice job breaking that Mountain View pressure for the most part. Now Bumacott, extra pass to No. Her three-pointer off the mark, but looks like Mountain View's gonna get the rebound. Sema Bice controls it, looking to start the fast break. Swing it around, inside Hughes. And a little bit short on that jumper from Tenadora. Or excuse me, that was Lundberg. As now a fast break for Milpitas. And a nice layup there by Janelle Bumagat, taking her time and laying it up and in on the fast break. 18-17 now, Mountain View on top.
Again, bad transition defense that time for the Trojans. Needed to get back sooner and with more urgency than they did, and allowed an easy layup to go through.
Hughes bumped by Gay in the low post. So Gay will pick up the foul there.
Yeah, just a high post flash for Hughes, and that's really well done against the zone. It's key to penetrate the zone any way possible, and that time Hughes did a really good job. Obviously, the Spartans are really well schooled against the zone.
Here comes Hughes. Left wing jumper is good. Sweet stroke, and that's a three-pointer, says the ref.
Yeah, right now they're getting shooting from unexpected sources. First Kaufman earlier than this quarter. Now Jamie Hughes rings in the three. This can help them propel them to a 4-point lead.
Nice up and under move that time by Holcomb. Able to get the basket, keep Milpitas within two.
Holcomb is really solid fundamentally too, as you saw right there.
Yeah, no question. Great footwork on that move as Bice is going to take the jumper and hit that. So the scoring continues here, 23-19. Looks like both teams can't miss right now.
Yeah, and that's one of the factors to this very high-scoring game. Another one of the factors, as we see a turnover there, is a little bit of questionable defense at certain points of this game.
Kim No, a little out of control there, throwing the pass away. So Mountain View gets the ball back as Lundberg will set up the offense. Against this 2-3 zone, Lundberg looking to drive inside. Looked like that ball was kicked. No call there by the refs, and we're going to get another jump ball. This one should favor Mountain View, though.
Yeah, it should be Mountain View basketball, and it is. But that was a little bit of a low pass that time by Hughes. She needed to get a little bit better angle and softer with the pass to get it to Lundberg.
Nice ball movement by the Spartans. But that one's up and out for Peterson. Now Hughes not quite there again. So some missed opportunities that time by the Spartans. Milpitas now trying to start the fast break. Bumagat. That one is saved, but no good on the three-pointer by Nguyen. As Bice going to try and start the fast break for the Spartans. Here comes Hughes. Little jumper in the lane. That one's short. And Gay's going to corral that rebound.
Both teams have gotten a little cold from the field now, but a good look that time by Hughes. She just needs to knock it down.
It's been a close game all the way. 23-19 right now. Mountain View on top as a steal by Emma Bice, and she's going to try to take it coast to coast. Little strong again. Gay got back and altered that shot maybe a little bit. As here comes Bumagot, driving on Hughes, and that one is blocked from behind by Hughes to save the layup.
Good recovery that time by Hughes, but that again is the second fast break layup Bice has missed in this game. But just great recovery that time by Hughes to knock it away. Knew she got beaten, but she also had the height advantage, and that led to the block.
No question, height and length advantage there as a three-pointer rattles all the way in and out by Janelle Bumagot. She thought that was down. It looks like Kaufman, she had a layup there with a good pass, but Kobagashiwa led her a little bit too far there. So Milpitas will get the ball off the turnover.
Obviously, win or lose, Mountain View is going to need to work on fast break opportunities because they've had 3 or 4 this quarter in just over 4 minutes that they've ended up with no points on. They've got to make layups and not turn the ball over.
Fancy move that time by Janelle Bumagot. Didn't need to pass it all, just takes it in herself, banks it off the glass and in, and cuts the deficit to 2.
It seems like Mountain View should be up by 6 or 7. Instead, they're just up 2. Now Milpitas has the ball back to try to tie it or take the lead. This is, again, bad help side defense. I mean, they need to cut to the ball and stop the dribble sooner than they did.
Yeah, I love that behind the back dribble, though, there from Janelle Bumagot, showing off her handles here in the first half. Here comes Bumagot again. Passing it left wing, long three-pointer there. That one off the mark from Janela Bumagot.
And see what happens when there's great help side defense. That time there was a much better job of cutting out the dribbler and forcing the pass.
So Mountain View, another couple attempts at the rim, both unable to convert on. And we're going to get a timeout from Milpitas wisely as Bumagot was trapped there in the left corner.
Thanks to the Palo Alto Medical Foundation for their continued support of KMVT's high school sports coverage.
Let's take a look at the Deanza League standings as we see Milpitas 0-3 currently, Mountain View 0-2. So both teams looking for their first league victory. And it looks like both teams are a little bit desperate. High energy first half, a lot of scoring. And that's what you expect. And you look at the season, it's a little surprising both teams have the league record they do. Mountain View girls got off to a great start for the year. They're 8-5 overall still. So you expect them to get some Deanza League wins at some point.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think any team in any league is going to go over necessarily. But this is a critical game really for both teams. If I had to pick a team where this might be more important for them, I would say Milpitas, just for the simple fact that they're 0-3. They played one more league game than Mountain View has. And the upcoming schedule is tougher for Milpitas than it would be for Mountain View. But anything can happen, and we only have a 2-point game. So let's see what happens the rest of this one.
Milpitas, inbounds ball. Bumagot taking it up against Hughes, providing the pressure for Mountain View. And that time, Bumagot maybe a little too fancy for her own good as she falls down, but Milpitas retains possession. Swings it inside. Here comes Gay. Gay tried to pass it to Thompson, but that one was stolen by Mountain View. So they're going to start the fast break as Bice inside, going to kick it out. Bice again on the right wing, looking to drive it inside. Here comes Kaufman. The lefty near the free throw line. Her little floater in the lane is good.
She has been the best offensive player for Mountain View in this game so far. She has showed off her array of moves. That time a nice little left-handed push shot.
Again, some aggressive defense from Mountain View. And Gay was wide open underneath, but Hughes able to slap that one away. And then Bice goes down on the deck as Mountain View brings it up after the turnover.
This is a critical point here for the Trojans. They can't get too much farther behind than they already are.
Kaufman, another jumper on the way and good, just inside the three-point line.
But if Kaufman continues up what she's doing, then things will be bright in the second half for the Spartans. She is playing one whale of a game.
Janaea Bumagot that time taking it up for the Trojans. Bumagot on the wing directing her teammates. looking to set up Gay down low. And it looks like we're going to get a foul call here. That one's going to go against Kaylin Bice for Mountain View.
Yeah, just reached around, a bad foul, but it's, again, only the 4th team foul on Mountain View. So they still have a couple of fouls to give. It won't be free throws for Milpitas with 47.4 left in the half. I mean, this has really been a cleanly played game except for the turnovers.
So we'll see if Milpitas can cut the deficit a little bit before the half as Nguyen going to take the long jumper. Not there, but Boomin got right there to lay that one up and in from the left side.
A good offensive rebound that time by Boomergun, and she was just in the right place at the right time. Not a whole lot Mountain View could have done.
Kaufman trying to get it into Bice, but that one off her fingertips. Milpitas now with 33 seconds gets the ball back here. So Jelena Boumikat to inbound against this Mountain View pressure. Gets it into Kim No, who's back into the game, trapped in the corner, and then kind of throws it to no one as Boumikat looks at her with mild amusement, wondering where that pass was meant for.
Yeah, it was a bad pass, but certainly the pressure of Mountain View led to that turnover. A great double team, and they didn't let No split the double team, which far too many teams do.
Kaufman now on the left wing, drives baseline, going to take it all the way in with her offhand, lay it up and in.
That's now 11 points for Kaufman, and she has been a fantastic player for Mountain View in this first half. 11 of the 29, she's almost 50% of their offense.
10 seconds to go. Gay down low, spins in the paint. Her shot's long. Now Hughes, 4 to go. Going to try and beat the buzzer. Down the lane, her shot up a little strong, and that's going to do it here in the first half. Excitement in the last minute of play. Mountain View, though, on top, 29-23.
Yeah, it's really fortunate Milpitas is only down 6 in this game. Here's the great drive by Kaufman, but again, no one cuts her off, partly because Fitzsimons made a great shield right there. But then also taking the shot way too early. They could have held for the final shot in the half, could Milpitas, but they did the shot with like 8 seconds left, allowing Hughes that fast break. Unfortunately for Milpitas, Hughes was unable to convert on the layup.
So we've reached the end of the first half here, 29-23, the Mountain View Spartans on top.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAN for more than 10 years and keep adding members. The newest member.
KMVT15 is your community media center. We are here to provide hands-on training, equipment, and resources to you to express your voice over many distribution platforms. So when you think of KMVT15, remember, we have a full production facility, production truck, and an award-winning staff here to support your needs.
And we're back here at the Mountain View High School campus at Chester F.A. Walt Memorial Gymnasium. 29-23 here starting the second half as Milpitas in their away yellows is going to have the ball. Mountain View in their home whites. Boumigat into the front court, setting up the offense. Passes it right wing to Nguyen.
Look at the first 3 to 4 minutes of this third quarter. It's going to be key in who wins this game.
Trying to find Gay inside, but Hughes was right there to knock the ball away. Now Boumigat dribbles in, little strong though, and Hughes crosses the rebound. Going to start another fast break for Mountain View. Here comes Bice, all alone, layup is up and good.
And so often either missed corner threes or missed layups lead to the opponent getting an easy bucket. That time certainly true. It's almost like Boumigat was shocked how open she was underneath, missed the layup, and that led to Bice's layup at the other end.
So Thompson now trying to find Gay. That ball deflected by Bice. Milpitas retains possession as Boumigat setting up the offense, instructing Gay into her correct position. Now here's a 3 by Boumigat, and that one is good, nothing but net.
Yeah, she might want to stick with shooting threes. That's pretty much what she's done exceptionally well this season and certainly in this game.
Little short on that 3 attempt by Nishimoto for Mountain View until Milpitas cuts the deficit to 5 here, 31-26. Bumagat again setting up the offense, getting everyone in place. Nguyen on the right wing. He's going to drive it inside. That one looked like it was partially blocked on the way up. But now a turnover. Hughes going to come up with it now for Mountain View. He's going to slow things down a bit. Pass inside Kaufman. Didn't want to go up over Gay that time, and that's going to lead to an open 3. Nishimoto this time. Good from downtown.
Yeah, great ball movement that time by Mountain View, and a good play by Kaufman to first catch the ball and then not go up and force up a tough shot, but pass it out. It was rotated to Nishimoto, and she nailed the 3.
Kaufman there on the defensive end read that pass, able to deflect it out of bounds, intended for Nguyen. So here comes Bumakat. 8-point deficit now for Milpitas. Bumakat to her sister. Gonna get a screen from Thompson. Not quite there though.
Yeah, she traveled.
Yeah, traveling violation. Bumakat shuffled her feet before she ever dribbled the ball. Turnover, and Mountain View will retain possession.
And she still appears to be limping after she got injured in pregame warm-ups. So it's going to be key to look and see how Bumagat reacts to banging knees before the game even started.
Yeah, you can see her leg is, or knee is a little red there. As Hughes on the second effort off the Fitzsimons miss. He's going to put it up and in. And now a double-digit lead for Mountain View.
A danger point for Milpitas. They've run really started at the last couple minutes of the first half, and now up double digits, they can make it 12 or 13.
Yeah, off the win miss. Here comes Mountain View into the front court layup, up and good by Lundberg, and it's a 12-point game. Milpitas is going to call timeout here, try and regroup. 38-26, Mountain View on top.
Yeah, it's making things really tough on the Trojans, and it's because they have missed shot after shot in this third quarter, and then on top of it, it's led to transition buckets for the Spartans. They just have been running it down Milpitas' throats, and that's why there's a 12-point lead here. But it really goes back to the closing moments of the first half when Mountain View were up by only 1 and then closed the half, scoring the final 5 points to make it 6. Could have been more, but then here they've already outscored Milpitas by 6 points in the quarter.
And you liked, as we take a look, as we thank the Palo Alto Medical Foundation for their continued support of KMVT's high school sports coverage. And on that last layup, you liked Lundberg going to her offhand, the lefty layup, taking her time, and that's something that a lot of these high school players need to learn. When they're around the rim, you can take your time and finish in transition. A lot of times they're going to get open looks, and sometimes it's just a matter of having the confidence to slow down, slow it up, take your time, and finish around the rim that are the difference in these games. So some more full court press from Mountain View. Bumakat is going to break it easily with her left-hand dribble. Still on the dribble, going to pass it out now to Nguyen. Back to Bumakat, a long three-pointer, maybe a little ill-advised there. That one was short. Mountain View on the break again.
Yeah, it was a bad shot, and more out of desperation than anything, I think. Definitely desperation on her face.
Hughes finds herself open and banks it home to give Mountain View a 14-point lead now, and a turnover again. Hughes is going to step out, reset the offense. Oh, nice pass inside. Bice is able to finish that beauty off for 2 points.
And looking at Milpitas' head coach, James Carter, it's almost like he's accepted that this is the reality for the Trojans this year. He just can't believe what he's seeing on the court. And turnover after turnover, and plus missed layups, really allowed Mountain View to get out to this comfortable lead.
See if Milpitas can get anything going as a foul over the back call on Kaylin Bice from Mountain View.
That was a reach-in that time. And clear foul, but a good job by both teams there not fouling in this game. I mean, very few fouls have been called, and it's because good defense without fouling is being played, but sometimes that's gotten these teams in trouble with lackadaisical defense too.
So now to win. Bumakat, Hughes using her leg to tip that one. Nguyen to her sister, drives in, nice pass inside. That one is up and out though from Thompson, and Sinclair gets the rebound for the Spartans. And now, a little too strong on the layup that time by Peterson. Loose ball, and looks like a foul is going to be called. See who that one's going to go against.
Yeah, missed shot here, but on the deflection, a clear foul. I mean, it was inadvertent. It wasn't like Bice meant to tackle Wynn, but clear foul as bodies collided on the floor.
Looks like they called that one on Hughes, though. It did look like Bice was the one who committed the foul.
Yeah, I think they got the wrong number, but there were so many bodies in there that it was easy for them to get the wrong number.
So Milpitas trying to get something going offensively here in the second half. Nguyen, right wing, back to Bumagat. Now inside, Gay tries to go up with the left hand, and she is fouled. That time, Bice will be called for the hack.
So we have rare free throws in this game, and it's because Gay got great position and a good entry feed by Bumagat. That was a great bit of work that time. Gay didn't get the bucket but got fouled. These are only free throws 5 and 6 of the game. All have been attempted by Milpitas.
That one a little off to the left.
Yeah, already second air ball free throw we've seen in this game.
Yeah, you don't see that very often in a high school varsity match. So something for the teams to work on in practice. I'm sure the coaches will take note of the free throw misses. See what Gay can do on her second attempt. That one, much better form in that one. Hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Milpitas finally getting a point here. 3:23 to go, 42-27, Mountain View on top. It's a little jumper there by Sinclair. Too strong, Gay corrals the rebound.
That was really good scouting report defense that time by the Trojans, knowing that Sinclair was an average at best jump shooter and not allowing them to dump it inside to Peterson.
Jelena Bumakat going to take the open three, just off the mark, a little too strong. And now Hughes breaking out of the pack again. He's going to take the jumper, back of the rim, no. And now Gay gets the long rebound. She might want to slow it up here. Able to kind of flip that ball back to Bumakat. He's going to reset the offense.
So down 15, Milpitas needs, if they want to win this game, to cut it down to 7, maybe 6 at the end of 3 quarters.
See if they can get anything going inside here. They've been living out on the perimeter for the most part here in the second half, as another three-pointer is up, and this time good. That time by Jelena Bumagat.
So Bumagat puts it in. That cuts it down to 12. But again, this is where the comeback has to start on the defensive end, continuing to get stops, maybe force a couple turnovers and get easy buckets for themselves.
Oh, nice cut by Hughes, and she's going to lay that one up and in off the pass from Sinclair. Really great cut from the top of the key, able to get position down low and then use her length and size to draw the contact and still able to lay it up and in. So Fitzsimon's back into the game for Mountain View, and looks like Karen Holcomb will come back for Milpitas as Hughes trying to convert the three-point play. That one rattles around and she gets the friendly bounce to make it 45-30.
And also what this allows them to do is set up the press, which has been very effective here in the third quarter. Not so much in the first half, but in the third quarter it's been very effective.
Just threw that one up, a jump ball for Gay. She gets it, but too strong with the layup. And Hughes is going to get the rebound, set up the fast break.
There was certainly a lot of contact on that layup by Gay. Foul should have been called.
And now a foul on the other end as Bice is going to draw some contact. Emma Bice going to the free throw line. Her team up 15, and said it was danger time for Milpitas a couple of minutes ago. Well, even more dangerous now, down 15 with only 1:52 to go here in the third quarter. Awkward looking free throw attempt.
Right. It's like she didn't know whether to jump or not, and just kind of flung it at the rim. Ugly looking free throw shot.
So her second attempt, that one short again, and the rebound to Holcomb.
Well, now, this might be a little too early to think about that, but if you're Milpitas down 15, maybe the best way to try to get back in this game is foul Mountain View, get in the bonus, because they're not a good free throw shooting team normally on the year, and it's been showcased in this one.
That three-pointer, not quite there. Gay, ooh, looked like she got a little piece of Gay again. No call. Hughes up the court. Nothing going now. As Bice looking inside. Fitzsimons short, but Hughes is right there again. Second attempt, no good, but she's going to draw contact in the foul.
Wow, late call that time, but I do think it was the correct call, as it definitely looks like Hughes got hacked on the play. But back at the other end, if you're Milpitas, you want to say, hey, what about calling the foul at the other end? Because it looked like twice in a row, Gay got fouled and nothing was called.
So Hughes makes the first free throw. Probably not the person Milpitas wants to see on the line.
Yeah. Foul anyone but her, and that you're pretty much golden. Not a very good free throw shooting team, but a very good free throw shooter in Jamie Hughes.
So Hughes, after the free throws, is going to get a little bit of a break here, and that's a break for Milpitas, considering the way she's been playing, especially on the offensive boards. Now all the way, taking it up and in. That's Jelena Bumagat. No hesitation there. Nobody stopped the ball for Mountain View.
Yeah, she has been the Milpitas' best player, and you wouldn't have known it had seen her warm-ups get clobbered with about 8 minutes left in warm-ups and limping to the sideline.
So Mountain View trying to set their offense. Fitzsimons again short. You can see that one all the way there, as looks like Bice was out of bounds on the offensive rebound.
Yeah, clearly out of bounds on that one. But here, Bumagat just drove it right down the lane. I mean, it was a 3-on-2, but if you're Nishimoto defensively there, you got to stop the ball, make her pass it, because you never know what can happen with a pass. Throw out of bounds, throw too high, you get a deflection, something to stop the fast break instead of letting the ball handler dribble all the way and lay it up and in.
No question. Basketball 101 there. Something everyone learns from a very young age. You got to stop the ball. So Milpitas going to try and break the Spartan pressure again. And Bumagat able to do it. Likes that behind the back dribble. It's worked a couple times for her. Swings it. Now a drive all the way inside by Holcomb, but that one was stripped, and Fitzsimons is going to end up with the ball, but they're going to call a jump ball as Kim No able to get two hands on it, but Mountain View is going to retain possession.
Let's see, up 15. They can hold for the final shot if they want to, and that's probably what they ought to do. Make sure the lead is at least 15 going into the fourth.
Yeah, 15 seconds to go. See what Mountain View will call up here as Gay overplays the ball, almost gets the steal. As Bice inside, no. Fitzsimons second attempt, no. Bice looked like she got hacked, no call.
Man, they're really letting these players play. Really all game, but especially in this third quarter, several times players have gotten hacked and nothing's been called. Here, right there, there's a block. That was the very end of the situation. But anyhow, prior to that, Bice just got absolutely hacked. Nothing was called, and we head to the fourth in a 15-point game.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAN for more than 10 years and keep adding members, the newest member.
Welcome back. 47-32, the Mountain View girls varsity team up on the visiting Milpitas Trojans. See what happens here in the fourth quarter if Milpitas can get a little run, come back into the game. But as you were saying, Andrew, it probably starts on the defensive end if they want to mount a comeback here.
Definitely. Down 15. I mean, in order to win this game, just mathematically, they have to outscore Mountain View by 2 points a minute, which for any basketball team anywhere, it's very difficult to do that. The way you do that is by getting a lot of easy buckets and forcing turnovers, not allowing the other team to run down 25, 30 seconds every possession. But there's another turnover, and that really hurts the chances for Milpitas.
Yeah, that's not what Milpitas wanted to see at the start, as Nguyen moved her pivot foot there trying to pass the ball inside. So Mountain View takes over. Lundberg in the front court setting things up. Hughes now back into the game for the Spartans. She's been all over the offensive boards in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And here's Cotton back in the game also, too. She was the best offensive player for Mountain View in the first half.
Nice little hook shot inside there by Hughes. Going to get another bucket and move this lead up to 17 now.
Things getting really difficult on the Trojans right now. They're going to have to play an almost perfect 7 minutes of basketball to win this one.
See what they have up their sleeve. Do have some three-point shooters on their team, so we'll see if any of them can get hot from behind the arc. As Bumagat, one of those three-point shooters, looking around, finds her sister, Janelle. Left wing, here comes Bumagat, driving baseline. Nice pass inside to Gay. Just a little too strong from Gay. We've seen Gay have some good looks near the hoop and a little too strong on most of those finish attempts by her.
Yeah, Gay, for the most part, has had a tough time inside. A couple of the times she got fouled, nothing was called, but other times she's missed relatively easy layup attempts. I don't know if it's the size of Fitzsimons doing it or what, but Gay has had a tough time down low.
Inbounds pass, three-pointer on the way from Bumagat. That one's short. Maybe the leg's starting to go a little bit for Milpitas. As Lundberg, nice pass ahead to Kaufman. Just a little too strong on her layup attempt. And now a foul. Let's see which way this one's going. Looks like on Mountain View.
Yeah, based on the way that Milpitas is inbounding the ball.
Yeah, that would be a good hint, wouldn't it?
I think they got Jamie Hughes for the foul. I think the referee mentioned 1-1 to the scores table.
All right, so inbounds to Gage. He's going to pass it back, but a turnover as Bice comes up with the ball. Pass ahead to Lundberg. She looks to take it all the way. A little short on her layup attempt, but who else but Hughes is there. Second effort from her is up and good. 51-32.
It's really been the aggressiveness of Jamie Hughes in this one that has gotten them Spartans out to this great lead because her aggressiveness, her offensive rebounding, and the stick-to-itiveness has really gotten the Spartans this nice advantage here in the second half.
And there's no question she has the size advantage over the players that are defending her in the post. She plays kind of a 2-3 position on the court, so that gives her a nice advantage, and she crashes those offensive rebounds hard every time.
Yeah, definitely. And for Milpitas, it looks, unless things change heavily and dramatically in the final 6 minutes, like they're looking at 0-4 in conference.
So we're going to get a timeout here. Looks like called by Mountain View. This game is brought to you with help from our presenting sponsor, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, a Sutter Health affiliate. Make sure you choose your PAMP doctor today.
Yeah, Mountain View has looked very good in this second half. They led by 6 at halftime. That was it, 29-23. But in the second half already, through a quarter plus 2 minutes, it's been 22-9 in favor of Mountain View. And how they've done that is by pressing up, forcing turnovers. And there's a sequence in the third quarter where Milpitas turned it over on 5 straight possessions. And that won't win you very many basketball games.
Certainly not. For Mountain View, they're looking to stop a 2-game losing streak. Lost a couple games. Wilcox, Los Gatos, both on the road. So Mountain View, a team that's 4-2 at home, playing well here again at Chester F.A. Walt. Maybe friendly confines giving them a little boost as they try and get their first league victory.
Wow, it looks like Holcomb traveled. Nothing was called.
Certainly looked like that. No, now mishandles the ball. She's trapped in the corner. Somehow, Milpitas able to survive that. Tenedora now. That ball is deflected, picked up by Peterson for Mountain View. So some of the subs now into the game for both teams as Peterson has it. Her three-pointer attempt is good from the left wing.
Yeah, Peterson just stepped up with confidence that time. Doesn't get a lot of playing time from Mountain View, but when she does, she usually converts. And did that time.
Maybe surprising Milpitas a bit. Someone that tall going out to the three-point line and having a nice stroke from out there. So now Tenedora looking. Swings it over. Here's No. She's going to launch a three, and that one is no good. Rebounded by Rhea Bergman. Passing it ahead to Peterson. Now looks like a wide open attempt, but nice recovery there from Holcomb, swatting the ball away on the layup attempt.
Yeah, Sawamura thought she had an easy layup, but an excellent recovery by Holcomb. good headman pass from Peterson to Sawamura right there. You see, not wasting any dribbles or any amount of time. That's what allowed the great chance.
And here comes Peterson. Looking, Sawamura back to Peterson. Nice little give and take, and Peterson, another jumper up and good.
So Peterson very quietly has 7 points in this one, average just 2.3 coming in, and Peterson does an excellent job of spacing out. She's what they call a stretch 4, meaning she plays the power forward, but she can certainly shoot from deep.
Holcomb just trying to throw it up over Peterson to no avail. Peterson using her length to block that shot. Now Mountain View starting the break again. Jumper up on the way and good. That was Tiffany Huang getting her first action of the game and putting in the long 2.
Yeah, Mountain View's on fire now, and they're hitting from anywhere. And once the Spartan team gets rolling, they can really shoot it.
So Sajuke dribbled that one off her foot. It's going to be Mountain View basketball. She tried to go left.
It looks like both subs from both teams that don't get a lot of playing time are into the game right now. But you look at Wang just pulling up for a deep 2. She doesn't score or shoot very much. She rarely plays, in fact, but showed a nice stroke that time.
Peterson now trying to drive baseline. Nothing there. But that ball is saved, and Bergman is going to put it up and in. So a couple of the Mountain View subs getting on the score here, and that's going to delight the Spartan crowd.
And this game going like every other conference game Milpitas has played in so far. Scores have been lopsided, but they played very competitive basketball first half. Things have gone away in the second half. This game has been no different.
No now. Looking for her shot. She's going to launch from 3. That one's no good. Rebound by Sawamura is going to start the break yet again.
It's been 31-9 Mountain View this half, and they're on a 14-0 run.
Huang that time unable to convert. Put back up and out. And it looks like we're going to get a foul on Mountain View underneath.
It's about the only thing they've missed this half. But it's a great move by Peterson. She's been shooting out there. That's why they had to respect her and kind of flew up a lollipop. Lucky that wasn't stolen. But when it wasn't, the defense had rotated, so left Bergman wide open for a layup.
Yeah, nice for Rhea Bergman to get on the score table. 60-32, 3 minutes to go here in the second half. Mountain View cruising, looks like, to their first league victory.
Yeah, up by 28 with 3 minutes left. That's pretty safe, especially the way the Trojans have turned it over and over again.
So we're going to get a timeout from Milpitas here, as I think their coach just wants to settle everyone down and play a good last 33 minutes of the game. It's 60-32, Mountain View on top.
To be a good father is the most important job in a man's life, but it doesn't have to be hard. Play catch, go to a park or visit a zoo. Help your child with their homework. Sit down together for dinner. Ask them how their day was. Things get busy, and sometimes we all fall short. But the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back, as Mountain View holding a 60-32 lead over Milpitas with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Mountain View ball, so they're going to take it up the right side.
Yeah, and Mountain View right now, their game plan just to take time off the clock and not turn the ball over.
And there's Sawamura getting the basket, so Mountain View subs continue to look pretty impressive against their Milpitas counterparts.
The run's at 18-0 now for Mountain View, and the last point made by Milpitas was the Brianna Gay free throw.
Pretty incredible. As Milpitas, here comes Tenadora to the left side, looking inside. Hooks up and good. Nice move there from Karen Holcomb to stop the run.
Yeah, but an even better entry pass that time by for Milpitas as they get the steal and the foul again off the inbound. So a little sloppy ball handling that time for the Spartans.
Yes, Sajuke right there to get the ball and then drew the foul. She's still playing hard here at the end. 2 minutes to go now. 62-34 the score. Taylor Sajuke is going to be a little short on that first free throw.
Now 3 for 7 at the line is Mountain View. And Mountain View just attempted 6 free throws. Not a lot of foul shots either way.
Something I'm sure their coach will emphasize later. As Rhea Bergman checking back into the game for Mountain View. Sia Sujuke can get on the scoreboard. Her second free throw up and not quite there. So rebound to Peterson.
Bad free throw shooting this time, but in this game for Milpitas. They haven't done a lot well, though.
Huang setting back up the offense. Mountain View swinging the ball around. So here comes Lundberg, looking inside for a cutting Huang. That wasn't quite there. Sets it back up. And here's the jumper up and good.
Wow, they're
Nakashiwa able to hit it off glass and in from about 12 feet away.
They are hitting everything, and they are 90 seconds away from picking up their first league win of the year, having lost back-to-back games to Wilcox and Los Gatos.
Yeah, we'll see if they can win their first league game by 30 points. That's really the only question now as we head to the end of this contest. 64-34. Really surprising considering the way the first half went. I mean, this looked like it was going to be a close game going all the way to the wire.
Yeah, definitely. There's a little bit of full court pressure late. But the way the Mountain View started the game, ball handling and passing was not good. I'm surprised that Milpitas didn't use the full court pressure earlier. Might have been a good tactic.
Yeah, especially with that lead starting to slip away with about midway through that third quarter. As we take a look at the replay, Darlene Panningbottom getting into the action, driving all the way to the hoop, drawing the contact. Her first free throw, again, a little strong. And for Milpitas, gotta work on those free throws, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Second one, though, up and good. Nice form there for Panningbottom.
4 for 10 now at the line for the Trojans, but this game is not in doubt anymore.
And another layup up and good for Rhea Bergman, who now has a couple buckets here at the end of the game. 66-35, back to a 31-point margin for Mountain View.
Now some really bench warmers getting into the game, people that don't play very much at all. Good floor experience in the game situation, though.
Cindy Tsai into the game for Milpitas as jumper way off the mark, that time from Tenadora. So Mountain View controlling this ball, 26 seconds to go as Peterson had an open three. The crowd wanted her to shoot, but she's content to just run out this clock.
Smart move there by Peterson. No need for any more points scored in this one. Use as much of the clock as he can before taking the shot.
So we'll see if Mountain View will take one more shot. 1 second difference between the shot and game. And there's another banker off the backboard, that time from Lundenberg, as this game is going to be over. 68-35. Mountain View ends up winning in a rout here over Milpitas.
And more importantly, what happened in that second half, the score was 39-11. That was domination in the second half, and really Mountain View set the tone in the first 3 or 4 minutes. Didn't allow Milpitas to gain any traction whatsoever, and that was the route to the blowout.
Coming up, these two teams will face off again February 7th at Milpitas, so maybe the Trojans will get their chance at revenge after this blowout win for Mountain View. But Mountain View, I mean, impressive going forward in league play. This is going to do nothing but boost their confidence going forward.
Yeah, definitely. They're improving basketball team. We're 0-2 in league, but they did play the 2 undefeated teams' first 2 games of league, so nothing too bad about their first 2 losses. Now picking up steam and momentum. Let's see if this win propels them to better things in the future.
No question. We would like to thank our producer, director, Bobby Chasing, our camera people, Lisa Tessler, Ted Milke, Sherilyn Meacham, Renee Mendoza, Lita Weider, and we'd also like to give some special thanks to Mountain View High School for hosting us here. Once again, Mountain View winning by 30 plus for Andrew Fury. I'm Ari K signing off. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.